All right, everybody, welcome to GBUS 10 winter session. As you saw on that start card right from the very beginning, we are in our winter 20, it should be 20. All right, everybody, welcome to GBUS 10 winter session. As you saw on that start card right from the very beginning, this is for GBUS 10 personal financial management sections. All right, everybody, welcome to GBUS 10 winter session. As you saw on that start card right from the very beginning, and I believe I sent it on an email again. This is for GBUS 10 personal financial management section. All right, everybody, welcome to GBUS 10 winter session. And why on that start card right here. I believe I sent it on an email again. This is for GBUS personal financial management section. All right, everybody, welcome to it'll be a more reason why on that start card right here. I believe I sent it on an email again. This is for GBUS personal financial management section. All right, everybody, welcome to it'll be a more reason why on that start card right here. I believe I sent it on an email again. This is for GBUS personal financial management section. All right, everybody, welcome to it'll be a more reason why on that start card right here. I believe I sent it on an email again. This is for GBUS time section. All right, everybody, welcome to it'll be a more reason why on that start card right here. I believe I sent it on an email again. This is for GBUS time section. All right, everybody, welcome to it'll be a more reason why on that start card right here. I believe I sent it on an email again. This is for it'll be a more reason why on that start card right here. I believe I sent it on an email again. This is it'll be a more reason why on that start card right here. How's that? Is that better? Keeps restarting every couple seconds. Okay, good. We're good to go. Yep. Sorry about that. I think the default settings got back on there. So good. Everything's good. I see that you guys are chatting in there, showing that everything's real good. And just making sure right here before I start getting on to other stuff. Good. The desktop audio is off so we can all hear. Okay, great. So again, if you don't know me, my name is Professor Nick Carbonaro here at Long Beach City College. Usually I have my office hours. Yeah, and I'll start over right now. Usually I have my office hours during the fall and spring semester. However, during winter session, I do not have any office hours. This will probably be one of the few times that I'm in my office at this exact time. So if you need to reach me, contact me by email. If you come by the office, I probably won't be here. If I do come here, it's early in the morning, 7 a.m. after I get back from the gym or late at night. So yeah, just don't come back to my office. Just contact me through email. And sorry about that. Want to turn my phone off as well so that you don't have that. But again, this is personal financial management. Winter session, it says winter 2017, should be winter 2018. I made this in 2017. So the two sections, like I was saying previously, is that we have the two sections put together because it's the same exact class. We have GBUS 10, but because we filled up one class, I opened up another section. So there's two winter sessions for it. One was full. One had like 38 enrolled. However, the school stops enrolling people on Friday. So if you didn't enroll in the class until Friday or after Friday, then you had to get a permission number for me. So that's why sometimes if you were looking for it and you email me for a permission number, that's why you had to get it in there. So there are two different sections. They're the same exact class. So I just lumped it two together. So don't get confused by it where it says 10105 and 10465. You're the same exact class, and it works better with your discussion boards, meaning each week you're going to have to do certain discussion boards, and you're going to have to do a response, and then you're going to have to respond to another student, and might as well have 80 different responses to reply to rather than just the 30 or 40, and we'll get a lot more out of it. So what the goal of today is, and it's not to go really lengthy. I know you guys are on winter break, and even though you're taking a class, it's still a break session and stuff like that. I want to just go over our Canvas website, because I noticed last semester when I took this, when I did this course a couple weeks ago, when students were taking the final exam, and this was a face-to-face class as well, but in my face-to-face class they do their test just like you do. It's the same exact test, but we do it in a computer lab. And I still had students logging on to another website, the Cengage website, going to take the exam, and they were trying to find their password and it was missing. The reason why I use Canvas is because everything is built into Canvas. The reason why I opened it up a little bit like a week ago is for you to look through and to kind of get your bearings on straight with it. And so I just want to go over the Canvas page. I'll briefly go over the syllabus. Hopefully you don't have any questions too much with the syllabus. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's a straight points, total points. You know, you get above 90% on the points, you get an A. Above 80% of the points, you get a B. All those different types of things. But I wanted to go over the Canvas page. I wanted to go over what you see, and this is from the student view and the textbook as well. You may have questions regarding the text and everything like that. And I'm going to hopefully answer all that today. If you do have any further questions outside of this classroom setting, please email me. Yes, Canvas is Instructure. They're interchangeably the same. The company Canvas is the one who provides the Long Beach City College's learning management system now, and it's actually statewide. So every state has the option of using Canvas. They adopted it. So Canvas, Instructure, they're interchangeably the same. They're the same thing. The company is named Canvas. So yes, so Canvas is Instructure. So I'm going to go over that. Go over our homepage, go over everything that you need to know regarding this class. And if you have any questions for me during this live stream, if you're watching this live stream and you're like, how do I even chat this in? You have to sign in through your Gmail account. Once you sign in through your Gmail account, you can see your you can see the chats coming in. So for example, I'll put this over on your page so you exactly see what I'm seeing when the questions come in. But this is how I'm seeing it. I'm seeing your guys' chat come in right there, and I'm sure you're seeing it probably underneath the video. But as you chat in, I could see exactly what you need to chat in. So I'll put that over here so you're not distracted by that and everything like that. And if you have questions outside of this live stream or during the semester, please email me, right? Use the Instructure contact, email me, all that different type of stuff. Email me through my personal thing. Shoot, if you want to tweet me, you're more than welcome to tweet me at NJ Carbonaro to put the Twitter in, and I'll find a direct message and contact you that way. Just don't do it through the announcements page, which I'll show you in a second, because I don't check the announcements. I use the announcements as like a, hey, this is what we're doing this week, or this is what's going on. Stuff has been graded, don't forget, drop deadline, all those different types of things. That's what I'll be doing during the announcements page. But please don't use the announcements page to respond back to me, because I don't check it on a regular basis and I don't get notifications on it on a regular basis, just because I don't use it that much. So if you do have questions, please direct response to me. And hello, Denise, how are you doing? Hopefully you had a great winter break, and hopefully you had a great one. So hopefully everybody's having a great winter break the past 2 weeks, but we're back to work, so let's get started real quick. So the first thing you'll see, and I'll put me in the top right hand corner so you can see it, is our Canvas page. And when I say Canvas, I mean lbccinstructure.com. So as you can see up here, this is what you'll do. You'll go to lbcc.instructure.com, and if you're registered for the class, you will be able to see this as your home page, right? It may show up as one of your things. So when I click on courses right here, you'll see, for me, it's the course up there, right? So if I click on that course, it'll bring me here. And right now I'm in student view, and I'll interchange back and forth between student and my professor view, so that you can see when I click through to the assignment what you're able to see for some of that stuff. So this is what you'll see. It's our home page. It says right here, click on modules, and let me zoom in so that you can see this a little bit better. Oh, too much. There we go. it says click on modules on the left tab to access weekly assignments. So we have homepage. This is your homepage. Your modules, that's where you'll click for modules. Announcements, you'll see some announcements. So as you can see here, I've already put a couple of announcements up. The book link is working again. If you were with us earlier when I sent out the book link a couple weeks, it wasn't working. Now it's working. First day live stream walkthrough of our course tomorrow at 2 p.m. And see, I already have one unread message. I didn't even know that. I don't look at it. So let me just open it up real quick, see what people were saying. I said, here's the link. Where can I find a free trial of the book? That will all be answered today. All that different type of stuff. So when we go here, this is what you're looking at. It has all the information. Welcome to Personal Financial Management. Tells you all this stuff right here, basically what the course is all about. It'll tell you my name, my email, so you don't have any problem emailing me. The YouTube channel, so if I'm doing anything on YouTube, you can click on there and look what's going on. And then right here, you'll see the course summary. So stuff that's due. You could see it's due weekly, the 7th, the 14th, 21st. But you'll see here, Sunday, February 4th, the last day, and you'll see, oh my gosh, that's a lot of stuff. It is. It's because I've held off all the assignments, the big assignments, the big chunk of work in the class. I've held that off until the very last week. So as you're going through each chapter, it's basically it's your own pace, right? The branching problems and the discussion boards, those are every week. You could see branching problems, discussion boards. Branching problems are super easy. They take no more than 5 minutes. It's to get you started in the chapter, to get you kind of your wheels spinning about personal finance. The assignments, which are a little bit more lengthy, I have them all due at another time. So you could start it at any time. You could start the assignment at any time. It's just not due until the very last day of the course. So we got some questions coming in. Marco says, about the free trial, I had to actually buy the book in MindTap first before getting a free trial, but only for the ebook. So let's figure that out. We'll get to that a little bit later. It shouldn't be that, but it should be the free trial before the book, but we'll check that out. We'll see what's going on. And if anybody else had any problem with that, you could chat that in as well. But if you had the opposite reaction to it, where you got the free trial without having to purchase the book, then put that in, because I don't think you would need the free trial unless it was something on my part, which then I will go and fix right after this course to make sure that everything. No, Luis, this is not our regular meetup. This is a one-time thing that we're doing here. You're on your own for Canvas. The only way to ask questions is through email. It is through email. It's through the discussion board a lot of the times. And when I'm going to go over the MindTap and the Canvas page, there's so many tools built into the thing that you'll be able to kind of work through the problems. You'll be able to kind of work through the text in a way that's easier than me coming in and doing 3 online lectures each week, because we're doing about 3 chapters a week, 16 chapters in this book, 15 chapters in this book we're going over. So that's 3 chapters a week. It is a little self-paced. It is a 5-week online course, so it's a more self-paced. So this is a one-time thing that we're doing. Maybe periodically during the winter session, I'll post videos about certain topics that may be a little confusing. If I get a lot of emails from people saying, hey, I don't know how to do this, or can you help me out with this, then I may just make one long video and say, okay, let me address this issue right here. And then you could be able to watch a video. But there is no, you need to be here at 2 p.m. every day. Not at all. This is just a one-time thing. So let's go through this real quickly. And if you do have any questions, like I said, chat them in. But if it's regarding the textbook, if it's regarding the syllabus, I'm getting there. So if I go to that point and I don't answer your question, then chat that question in. So let's see here. So what you'll do, it says click on modules on the left tab to access weekly assignments. We click on modules and you will see here, it says, please read this section before starting the course. So what does that mean? It means please read this section before starting the course. Hopefully you've all read that section already. I'm not going to really go over it, but if you look at it, it says, welcome to Personal Financial Management, whatever. It's a little introduction. I give you links to all the stuff that's already in the course as well. So please, if you just signed up for the class, read all that before you go on to this next site right here. The pre-class setup checklist, complete before winter session begins. And I give you this downloadable thing It says log into lbcc.instructure.com, use the same username and password used to log in to register for classes, download the syllabus, purchase the textbook bundle, watch tutorial on how to link MindTap to LBCC Instructure, setting up MindTap, all these different types of things. So you could go through that. If you have any questions regarding any of that, please let me know. I also put if you look over here, down where the textbook is, I also put Cengage technical support. So if you have any deep linking issues, meaning credit cards not processing through, it's there but it's not loading up properly, something that's more than just me teaching and it's more technical, contact them with that type of thing. Like when some of you addressed and said, hey, the book link's not working, and I clicked on the webpage and I was like, oh, it was there but it's not there anymore. That was a good use. I was able to go through and do that type of thing. So try to contact me first, but if it's something deeper than that, then you can go through Cengage technical support and they'll help you out through all that. So purchase the textbook for cheapest price by clicking here. So let's click on that real quick, just so that I could show you where to purchase the textbook, because some of you have already emailed me and said, where do I purchase? Do I do it where it says purchase course materials, or do I do it? So this is the reason why I put it on a separate link. Number one, the bookstore's got to make a profit, right? And brick and mortar stores, they got to pay for rent, location, all that different type of stuff. So you're automatically going to get higher price materials at the bookstore. However, some of you in the course rely on vouchers, or rely on the GI Bill, or rely on certain things to get the book from the bookstore. So if that is your main source of providing to get the books, go to the bookstore. They accept it there. I have the book in the bookstore. Yes, it is going to be up later to watch. I will archive the video. It will be on my YouTube channel. If you subscribe to my YouTube channel, or even if you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, it will be on there as well. And then I'll put the link to this archived video on our homepage where it says before the main document page. So yeah, I'll have it there. And yeah, Kara, you're right. You won't be able to live chat it just because it'll be over. However, I would address the comments to me specifically, because I'm probably not going to be looking back at my YouTube channel and looking at the analytics for comments and stuff. So, but it will be there for you to watch back. So I put the book in the bookstore. You're more than welcome to go to it. It's going to be a lot more than me. I went straight to the source, made a deal with them, said, hey, we need this for a cheaper price. Go there. Some of you have already said, you know, I already looked and I went on Amazon and I found the book for a lot cheaper. You probably did, but you didn't find the book plus the access code. The access code is where you're doing your assignments. The access code is where you're doing your quizzes. The access code is where you're doing your branching exercises. So the book plus the access code from a third party is going to be more expensive than the bundle that I created for you, right? So if you decide you need to purchase the book and you're not like on a GI Bill or anything like that, I would suggest you go here. So it says open purchase textbook for cheapest price by clicking here. So let's open it up. Opens up a new window, and you'll see right here. It's right here for you, and it's less than $100, right? It's less than $100. No, on this link, it does not give you the access code. Once you purchase the book, and this is what I was just going to tell you. Thank you for letting me know. Once you purchase the book, they'll send you a confirmation email. Cengage will send you a confirmation. They'll say, congratulations, you purchased the book. Here's your confirmation receipt. On that confirmation email is your access code. They will send you the access code. You don't have to wait till the book gets to your house. You don't have to wait till the book gets anywhere. It's automatically on that email. So once you purchase the book, the access code comes right to you through a confirmation email. However, and Marco says it was wrong, but we'll check in just 1 second. And if not, I will contact my people at Cengage to access it. You should be able to receive the 14-day free trial by just clicking on the link. And if that's an issue, maybe it was my linking to the stuff that created that issue, but I'm pretty sure it should be able to do it. So let me ask you a question. If there's anybody out there, were you able to get the free trial without purchasing the book already? And I'll kind of leave that out there for a second. So is there anybody out there that did the free trial without having to purchase the book yet? Because it should work. Should work. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go back to the page. So you would go add to that cart. You put your credit card information in there. You'd purchase the book. They'd send you a confirmation email. Once the email comes in, there's your access code. You can plug that in. So let's see this. Let's go back to modules. 14-day free trial for book information. Cengage allows you a 14-day free trial. They should do it. We'll check that in just 1 second. And then important deadlines. I put these important deadlines in here so that you know exactly, because it's a fast-paced class. Class goes really fast. That's the reason why I put all the assignments to the very end. That's the reason why I only require the branching and the discussion each week. Those are hard deadlines. You'll see the deadlines. Those are due at certain deadlines. However, the branching, the assignments, you start and you do it at your own pace. So here are some important deadlines. Class begins today. Class ends on Sunday, February 4th, 2018 at 11:59 p.m. If you feel this class isn't right for you, here are a couple drop deadlines. Sunday, January 7th. So by this Sunday at 11 p.m., I believe, whenever the course of the website is down, the LBCC main website. If you don't feel like it, you have to drop before Monday. So if you're enrolled in the class on Monday, and if you drop after Monday, then you get a W, right? So between January 7th and January 26th, if you drop, you get a W. If you drop before January 7th, you get your money back. It doesn't even show up on your transcripts. Are we going to do all of our assignments on Cengage? Yes, so I will show you that exactly here. You don't need to go to the website. Everything is built into Canvas. So we will click on that. I'll show you exactly how to do that in 1 second. Yes, your grades will be posted on Canvas. Everything, once you complete your assignment, the grades update on Canvas. Now, some of the assignments, I allow you multiple attempts to do it. So if you do one attempt and you're like, oh my gosh, it graded me as my D, well, do the second attempt and it'll grade you as the A, right? So that'll be there for you. So all grades are posted on Cengage. You don't know how to do it. I am confused about how we are supposed to access the free trial. Can you please? I haven't gotten there yet. So we haven't gotten there yet. I've been answering these questions regarding grades and everything like that. I just showed you the book. I will show you the free trial in just 1 second. Just 1 second. So before we move on to this next section right here, any questions regarding drop deadlines, any questions regarding how to purchase your book? Those are the only two so far that I want to go. So I'll show you how to do the free trial in just 1 second. All right. So how this course should go. So if you haven't read this yet, please read this. You will read the chapters assigned for the week. You will go to the discussion forum and post an original thought and then reply to another student's post. You will complete your weekly branching exercises, link provided in each module. All work is always due on Sunday night at 11:59. All assignments are due on February 4th. Final exam is due on February 4th as well. So pretty self-explanatory. I'm just going to open up the syllabus just to show you what it looks like real quick. But you should have read this down. You should have read this. The syllabus, it tells you everything but what our learning outcomes are, everything like that. Late assignments. So this is one thing. There are no late assignments in here. This class is super fast paced. We can't, everything's due on the last day for the assignments portion. Branching exercises, discussion boards, you miss them for that week, those are lost points. You have to keep up. It's a 5-week class. It's 16 weeks condensed into 5. So graded items, you have your final exam, 300 points. Assignments, they're 15 points each, or 15 assignments at 30 points each, 450. Branching exercises, 15 branching exercises at 10 points each at 150. Discussion boards, 6 times 15 plus a 10-point introduction, and you don't need to respond to somebody's introduction. That is just a one-time, you're responding to it. So totals, 1,000 points. Very easy. So if you get 895 points and above, you get an A, 795 a B, 695 a C, 595 a D. Anything less is that. Exam, there will be one cumulative final exam. Final exam will be administered through the final week through our Cengage app and Canvas. Assignments, each week you will be assigned a homework assignment. The homework assignments will cover all materials. No makeup homework assignments will be allowed. All assignments will be due on Sunday, February 4th. So yes, they open up on those days. However, they all just need to be turned in by the end of the day, end of the semester. But the branching exercises and the discussion boards, those are due each week. Branching exercises, they're due each week. Discussion boards, due each week. And you have to respond plus another person's response, right? So you respond with your original thought, then you reply to somebody else. If you only do one out of the two, you're only going to get half credit for it, right? You're going to get 3 out of 6 points. If you do both of them and they're between the 200 to 300 word requirement, and it's thoughtful, you'll get your 6 points. You'll be on your way to a good grade. So, yeah. I have all the links there. How to set up MindTap. Purchase the textbook again for cheap. I put the same link up there. How to set up your MindTap is just a nice little document there to show you how you do it by linking your account and everything. And I'm going to show you that in just 1 second. That's what I'll show you in just 1 second. And then I have my links there. So if you want to see my YouTube page, you just got to click there. If you want to go to my website, go there. For this live stream, I just put the channel there for the live stream. So if you click on that link, unless I tell you, hey, there's a live stream going to happen, you really don't need to click on that link. All videos that I've done are right there. So that's that. Your textbook. So if we click on the textbook, right now, let's see if this stuff works. Now let's see if this stuff works. So if we click on the textbook, and it says load GBUS 10 winter textbook in another page, as the student view, it's not going to come up. I could just tell you that right there. And is this what you guys get when you log into it? Because Cengage changed the way it looks. Cengage changed the way it looks. Is this what you see when you log into it? Okay, good. So let's see here. I'm going to do a sample one. So let's see here. Make sure you change the time. Right here. This is the free trial portion. I'll pay later. Once you click on that I'll pay later, that's where you get your free trial, right? Continue to my course. You have that for 14 days, right? You have that for 14 days. That's what I mean by a free trial period. If you've already purchased the book, all you got to do is this. And it says, the temporary access for your course will expire on January 6th. That shouldn't be right. It's because I've been logging in. Does it say the same thing for you? Does it say January 6th as the same thing for you? Because if it does, then I will contact the publisher. But if this is your first time logging in, does it say January 6th to you? Because I think it's because I've logged in before, but I could be wrong. Okay, yours also says January 6th. And Vanessa, when did you first create your account? Okay, so for those that can't find what I did, you're going to go right here. You're going to click on your textbook or your assignment or wherever else you were going to do your stuff for, right? You could either do that, you could either click on the branching problem, whatever you want to do, but we clicked on here. And it says load the textbook in a new window. And what it should say after you've created your account, it'll say, oh, I know it's Alex. I know it's you. This is where it says. So you could say I'll pay later, continue to my course, or redeem your access code below. And when you get your book, you redeem your access code below. So yes, Alex from Business Club. Yes, I recognize the last name from the Aim for Success. Thank you. And so the right here, redeem access code below. You could put in your access code, or you could say I'll pay later and you can continue to your course, right? So if I press continue to my course and you set your agreement and you say yes, I agree, you could enter your course right here. And the stuff is here, right? However, I've made it super easy for you so you don't have to do all that back and forth stuff. But before we move on, anybody have any questions on how to access their trial period? Anybody have any questions on how to access that trial period? I bought the book using the link you provided. It didn't offer a free trial. No. When you buy the book, it's not going to offer you a free trial. Like I just did. I just went through the entire way on how to actually do it. So when I clicked on it, when I clicked on the book, Marcos, when I clicked on the book, this was the first thing that popped up. Not when you purchase the book. When you purchase the book, you purchase the book. They don't give you a code for a free trial. What it is this. You may have purchased the book. Congratulations. However, when you clicked on this right here, when you click on this right here, when you click on your textbook, or when you click on one of your assignments over here, you will be automatically prompted to this page. This will be the very first page that comes in. And it says, take a moment to create your account. Once you create your account, you also have access to your materials at CengageBrain.com. You put in your stuff, right? And I just did that. Once I did that, it gets me to here. So I put in, well, I'll go forward because I already did. This is what it shows. See right here where it says, I'll pay later? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And it says temporary access for your course will expire on January 6th. Now, I'm going to talk to my publisher, see if I could back that up a couple days, because when I first put this up, I said, will it be good? And they said, yeah, just as long as they don't click on the thing. So the January 6th should be farther than that. So I will email my publisher, and hopefully before January 6th, they extend it. But right here, that's what I'm talking about, Marcos, that I'll pay later, continue my course. That's the trial period. By clicking on that, you could click on any assignment without having to pay for it, right? Now, if you bought the book from the link on the separate website, that's the book. Yeah, they're not going to give you a trial period on the book. They'll give you a trial period on the assignments that are there, right? So the assignments that are there. So, yeah. Now, the forgot my password. If you've already done it, you won't need your password. All you'll need is that one-time password to log into it, because the next time you go and you click on any of this stuff right here, it'll automatically be logged in, right? So if I click out of here, and I click out of here, and then I click on my course and I say, okay, here we go, and I say load GBUS 10 winter session, see, it gets me to this thing right here. Until I pay, it'll constantly get you here. When I press continue to my course, you just need to put the password in one time. You just need to put the password in one time, and then it'll have it right there, and then you automatically go to it. So before we move on, any questions on how to access the full text? How to access the full text? And if you bought the book, you just got to enter that access code that they put in there. Now it says the access code is the free trial is till January 6th. I'm going to go and try to get that pushed back because it should be later than that. But you still have, for the next, what's February 6th? February 6th, January 6th is Saturday. So you still have Saturday to do this stuff free. So yeah. Once you set that up, whether through your free trial period or once you put in the access code there, once the access code is in, you won't ever have to do that login page. It'll just take you straight to the book or straight to the assignment. So for example, let me show you right here. Week 1 says introductions, chapters 1, 2, and 3, all discussions and branching due by 1/7/2018 by 11:59. Again, everything's due by that hard deadline, 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. So if I say, hey, listen, I want to read chapter 1 right now. I just click on read chapter 1. It's going to say load chapter 1 in a new textbook, in a new thing. If you're still using the free trial, it'll do this. Oh yeah, definitely. I'll definitely email you once I get a response back from my publisher out there. So right after I'm done with this live stream, I'm going to go online and email my publisher to get that extended, because they did say they would extend it for me. So yeah. So no worries about that, Kara. Don't worry about that. So you'll go through here. You'll continue to my course, right? Mind you, it'll still stay up there until you put that access code in. And you see, it takes you right to chapter 1. You don't have to go to Cengage's website. You don't have to go anywhere anymore. It takes you right to chapter 1, and it takes you really right to certain parts of chapter 1. So if you want to go to chapter contents again, and you want to break chapter 1 down by certain subject matter and certain things like that, chapter 1 is all about the introduction to personal finance and what's going on with that. What determines your personal income. You want to see what determines your personal income. It'll tell you, in this chapter, your learning goal 6, evaluate the impact of age, education, and geographic location on personal income will be answered, and all this different type of stuff. And there's so many different options that you could use with this textbook. You could increase the size of your thing. You could also zoom in and out. You could print out the textbook if you wanted to. If you bought the book, you're getting a bundle of the text itself. You could bookmark that page, add bookmark to that page. You could ask a question. You could get help for this page, right? And they'll give you a little overview on certain things right here. Stuff over here as well. You could check your progress. You could go to dictionary if you don't understand a word. You go to the glossary and see some stuff with the glossary. You could read the full book right there. You could do some studying. You could read a speaker, so it could actually read to you, right? So if you want to do an audio book, I know some of you may be driving or anything like that. You can get an audio book, listen to the book rather than having you read it all the time. So there's so many different tools and study sessions and stuff over here that you can do while you're reading the book, right? And that's for each chapter, and everything will take you right to the chapter. So if it says read chapter 1, it's taking you right to chapter 1. If it's taking you read chapter 2, it's taking you right to read chapter 2. If you're doing read chapter 3, it takes you right to read chapter 3. If you want to do your branching problems, you click on the branching problem, load the branching problem. If you enter your access code, it won't have this page anymore. While you're in the free trial, you'll continue to my free trial. It'll take you right to branching problem, right? And it says, okay, this late submission, I have to go back and edit that up. There is no late there is no late submissions on these. There is no late submissions on these. All these are due at the hard deadline. So whatever your score is, it's the hard deadline right there. So you'll go through these branching problems, very, very simple to do, not too much work, and yeah, and it's basically like that for the branching problems, the assignments. If you go down to the assignment portion, right, each week, you'll see each week is locked up because this class builds upon each other, and so I don't want you to jump ahead too much with the assignments. So if you go down to I keep all the assignments open just so that if you do want to get ahead, you're more than welcome to. And you could actually go and read the chapters ahead of time, and I'll show you how to go do that in just 1 second. But chapter 1, if I want to do load assignment to chapter 1, I could go in here, and it takes me right to the assignment, right? And the assignments are very, you get 3 attempts with it. Vocabulary, benefits of financial planning. There's some things in there. Now, mind you, it says 103 total points. It's really worth 30 points. It breaks it down, questions. It does partial credits and stuff like that based off of it. So look at Canvas for your grade. Your grade on Canvas will be the grade that's there, right? Your grade on Canvas will be the grade that's there. And so, yeah, so that's basically the course. If you want to read ahead and you want to get ahead, I know you'll see here, you're like, oh man, I want to read chapters 4, 5, and 6, but it's locked. Okay, well, this is what you do. You click on the full textbook, and there's other resources with the full textbook, which I wanted to get to. Go right here, load the textbook up, and when you see the textbook, the reason why I break it down in each module is it's easier to get, but you could break it down. You go to part 1, chapter 1, and there's a lot more stuff within the textbook itself, right? I link to the reading, I link to the exercise, I link to the other stuff. However, if you go straight here, you go to chapter 1, see 10 activities. They give you practice quizzes there. You can take some practice quizzes. I'm not grading them. You could do video reviews of certain things, so financial goals, business cycle, inflation, career networking, career plan, so much stuff. Practice problems, so you could go to practice problems, and it's very similar to the homework assignment. So if you want to do some practice problems, you would go to practice problem. I don't grade any of that type of stuff, and that's why I know somebody asked me, are we going to be doing a regular meetup like this? And really, no. This is a very accelerated 5-week course. If we did that, we'd have to be online 4 days a week going over this type of stuff. And if you wanted to do that, you'd be taking a face-to-face class. This class, because it's math-based, because it's some stuff that you may already know, but you don't really know the technicalities behind it. Some sections are going to be super easy for you. Some are going to be a little bit more difficult. However, the whole, on general, should be a little bit better by having this self-paced type of class. While I'll be interjecting with certain parts in there, maybe coming in on the discussion boards or giving you feedback on certain stuff. And if you do have questions, please email me so that we could put stuff out there. And so before we move on to the final part, because I just want to go over the discussion board real quick, are there any questions regarding how to get to your assignments, how to get to your branching exercises, how to access your textbook before we move on to the discussion boards, which is the last part? I don't want to keep this video going. It's already like at 43 minutes, which is super long for a YouTube. So any questions on any of that before we move on? And if you do have questions, chat it in. You guys have been doing great so far. So if you do have questions, chat them in. So let's see here. So we have our introduction discussion, right? And if we click on introduction discussion, hello all and welcome to GBUS 10 for the next 5 weeks. All this, first things first, I need to know who is enrolled in the class and who is not. Your first assignment graded worth 10 points is to respond to this message with a brief intro of yourself, name, educational background, where you're from, give one interesting fact about you. It just makes it a little easier for us to know you. And already we've had 8 responses, right? 8 unread replies. So we could go to that. So for clarification, we should primarily use Canvas instead of searching through. Yes, you don't ever need to go to the MindTap website. MindTap is linked up through our Canvas. So if you ever need to get to MindTap, click on modules, click on the textbook. It'll take you to the full MindTap text. It'll take you to the full ebook text. If you just want to hit that assignment, just go right to assignments, click on assignment, right? You don't need to go to MindTap and then scroll down to the assignments. Just go to the week itself. If I buy the book, is it going to mail it to me or is it going to be online? So you'll have both. It's a bundle. So you'll have access to the ebook until your textbook comes. Now, I personally like the ebook. I know back in the day, if this is your first time coming back to school and you're like, yeah, I really don't like the online books and stuff, they've changed dramatically. I can tell you, I mean, I was at Cal State Fullerton in 2011 to 2013, and they had ebooks, and I did not like them back then. I liked my paper handbook, right? However, the ebooks now, because they're becoming a more digital age, you could read them on your iPads, your laptops, your tablets, your phones. I like them better. However, some people like the old school book. Once you purchase the book, they'll mail you a book. However, you do get a bundle online. So you get a textbook, a paper book. It's like a loose leaf one. You could put it in like a 3-ring binder and you could have that book. Or you could just strictly use the online one. It's up to you. But you'll always have access to the online one until that paper one comes in there with that free trial, with the access code. So once you purchase the book, go to check your email for the confirmation. The confirmation will have that on the confirmation receipt for your email. It'll have the access code. You plug that access code in there. Yeah, no problem. So you'll see the discussions right here. Let's see. And it's because I'm in student view, so I can't see all the discussions on here. So it's because I'm in student view, but you've seen them. People have responded to them already, and they've given their little introduction. But you don't need to give your response to it, right? You don't need to give your response to it. So if we go over here and we say, okay, let's do chapter 1 discussion, and we've already had people do this, right? Posts are only visible to those who have posted at least one reply. Yes, so I did set it up that way. So you do have to post first, and then you could give your response back, right? That way you're not just looking at somebody else's response and then just verbatim saying what it is. So once you do it there, you'll be able to go in and you'll be able to reply. And if I wanted to reply, you see this, it has everything in here with your reply. So somebody emailed me earlier this week and said, do I have to do it on a word processing doc and then put it in there? No, right? You could put it in here. So if I said, why is studying personal finance important to you? I would write a 200, 300 word response, and then I would say, but let's just say for sake of argument, this is 200, 300 words, and I finished my 200, 300 word reply back with saying, financial, and you can see I don't know how to type, financial security is better for your mind, soul, and health. And I post that reply. I now am able to see everybody's responses, right? I'm now able to see everybody's responses out there. And so I could I'll delete it later. But yeah, so that's what we do it there. That's how you do the discussion boards. So before I close this out, any questions? Any questions on how we're going about this class, when things are due, how to access the book, how to do any of that before we log off and we get to work? Any questions on that? And I'll leave it open for a couple minutes there, just so that we could get people to type in if they need to get typed in. And I haven't done a lot on my YouTube channel this winter session, just because it's been crazy and everything like that. I will try to post more videos, but if there's some topics that you really want to be talked about, or if there's anything, I mean, I teach Introduction to Business, I teach social media, I teach personal finance. You've probably got my emails saying, hey, register for my class, and that's my marketing background. No problem, Luis. Thank you, and if you have any questions, let me know. I do teach these courses during the spring semester, so you've probably already do it. So does your YouTube channel have extra help for the material? Some stuff, yes. Does your reply on a discussion board also have to be 200 to 300 words? Yes and no. It depends on the topic that's there. Sometimes it's just give a quick little tip. Sometimes it is, you're going to need to explain more in depth with it. I'm not grading that as much. It just can't be one sentence, right? So it's not necessarily the 200, 300 word for the response back. However, it can't just be, hey, that was a great post, right? That's not a response back. So, yeah. We should primarily use okay, so does your YouTube channel have extra help for the material? Not necessarily, unless I think it's a big topic that I made a video for. So let me show you, and it's going to look weird because I'm also doing a live stream with it, so I'm going to be seeing myself on here real quick. So if we go to my channel, hold on, I'm pulling it up real quick. if we go to my channel, which should look something like this, probably not exactly the same thing, but something like this, you could see I have different playlists, and I have personal financial management playlists. So let me see what's in there. I have 19 videos on there. So how to calculate expected return on investments, that's later towards the end of the sessions. I have that there. I do have some quiz reviews, so you could check those out. They won't be the same exact thing as my other stuff, but there are quiz reviews out there for certain things. Now, a lot of my YouTube channel is primarily for my social media class that I teach. So that's why you'll see for social media, I'll have a lot of stuff under those playlists out there. So for example, like one of my videos is how to make a GIF using Jiffy, right? It's about branding. It's about how to create content for social media. A lot of it's for social media. And the reason why is because I've asked my classes, I said, hey, listen, if you have any, suggestions on what to do for the personal finance class, let me know. I'll make some stuff for you. I'll make videos. And nobody's taken me up on that offer. So if this was the big one, the how to calculate expected returns, they had a little issue with it. So we calculated that, right? I may be doing stuff for taxes coming up because the tax reform bill just passed. So in 2018, there's a whole new tax code. So when we do that, I may do like a little comparative analysis to see what you would have made last year compared to what you would have made this year with a sample family or something like that. Just see it. But check out my office hours. Sometimes my office hours have extra information on there. But anything that's pertinent to personal finance would be in that personal finance playlist on my YouTube channel. But it's just because people haven't really taken me up on that. So no problem. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, email me, tweet me, send me a comment on YouTube. I probably won't check it as nearly as often as I should, but it'll be there. But yeah, and if you have any other questions, just let me know. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. I know this wasn't mandatory. You took time out of your day to be doing this. So obviously you care about your educational future and everything like that. So it's good to teach a class that wants to do this. So again, email me if you have any questions. Other than that, have a great rest of the week.